Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a book review and today's book is Ethic by Antoinette.
Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. I can go anywhere, friends to know and ways to grow. A reading rainbow.
Today's book is Ethic by Antoinette. I know this is a first for my channel because this is my first time reviewing an urban fiction book. It's not my favorite genre, it's just not my thing, but I do tend to dabble in it from time to time. But let me just say, this one was a masterpiece. It's funny because I always get my my urban fiction referrals from the same person, and that's my girl Chamblee. She used to do my hair in Chicago, and she's the one that got me started on the whole urban fiction kick. A couple of years ago when I was still in law school, she recommended A Moth to a Flame, and I just couldn't get into it. It's also by this author, Antoinette. I kind of dismissed it, and I would see her Facebook post about just ranting about this Ethic series last year and the year before, and so I just was like, I'm gonna try Ethic. Like, everybody's talking about Ethic, and then my phone knew that everybody was talking about Ethic because I started seeing the little ads like, "Ooh, read Antoinette's novel Ethic," and so of course I picked it up. I bought it and I could not put it down. Like, the story wraps me up in it, and that's how it usually is for me with urban fiction books. Like, once I get recommended one, and like I said, I'm a tough critic, so it has to come highly recommended, it usually knocks me out the park. I end up not being able to put the book down, and that's definitely how this was with this book. Definitely giving this book a 5 out of 5 right off the bat. I feel like Antoinette like killed this. She developed the characters well, the plot well. It wasn't predictable. I just loved every bit of it. It was very realistic. Like, I just loved it. There's absolutely nothing that I didn't like. What I didn't like about urban fiction before is that sometimes the plots would get repetitive, or the character's background would get repetitive, right? Everybody is a dope boy. Everybody wants to be a pretty light-skinned girl. Almost like now, though, that's kind of like the foundation of urban fiction, is having part of the game in the storyline. I think that's like the baseline. Like, that's, you know, what makes urban fiction urban fiction. I'm not complaining about this book. Like, Antoinette nailed it. This book is for anyone that is looking for a good read, a good whirlwind of a story to get roped up into. And I found out this book has 5 more sequels plus another continuation in Butterfly. And my girl Chamblee, who referred me to read the book, she keeps saying, you gotta go back and read Moth to a Flame so you have context. Sis, how? How am I supposed to go back and read Moth to a Flame? I gotta keep this going. Like, I need to know what happens next. I'm gonna start Ethic 2 pretty soon, but I wanted to go ahead and get this book review, do this book review. I know that I'm actually late to the party on the Ethic thing because Antoinette had such a strong following before. But if you have not read this and you're like me, where everybody's around your circle talking about it, I think you need to pick this up. She did do us a solid and put discussion questions in the back of the book, which is gonna be what the rest of this book review is about. I'll go ahead and talk about these discussion questions with me. I want y'all to please feel free to drop a comment below. Let me know your thoughts about how you're feeling about the whole Ethic situation, the Ethic drama you got going on. And so yeah, let's jump right into it. First question is, was Ethic wrong for allowing Galani to fall in love with him? Ooh, this is a good one. Yes, I think he was wrong for that. And I think that's something that men do, though, that they think they have no control over, but they're in total control over it. Like, I feel like when you get to be Ethic's age, you know when girls get the googly eyes. You know if you are being a source for her to lean on, someone for her to confide in, she's going to have feelings for you. Like, this just kills me. It's the same thing with men when they be like, oh, where should we get feelings with the whole sex with benefits thing? Like, the other woman's going to get feelings. So yeah, I think Ethic was wrong for that. Knowing that he did what he did, he allowed that, and I think that's something he was totally in control over. Like, how else would you playing Captain Saberho? Who else were you going to be other than her knight in shining armor? So he was totally wrong for that, because she wanted to love him, but she couldn't. Like, what mom couldn't? And I tried to put myself in Alani's shoes. Like, if someone had done it to my child, but he was my everything. Like, he saved me and loved my life, and then he explained to me as an accident just off GP, I don't know if I can fuck with you like that no more. Like, that's heavy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. The next question is Messiah disloyal for obeying ethics order to stay away from Morgan? That's gonna be a no for me, dog. I don't think that's disloyal. Loyalty, especially when you're in the gang, I know loyalty is everything and loyalty is heavy. You know, crossing that boundary with her, I wouldn't take that as being, you know, disloyal, because it wasn't, to me, it wasn't a sense of betrayal. It was just kind of following his heart. And Messiah had good intentions and he wanted, you know, what was best. It's just, I don't think I can categorize that as disloyalty. That ain't the word for it. I don't necessarily know what the word is. Disobedient, but not disloyal. And you can't do nothing but respect that. Like, Ethic has been in love before. If we don't know nothing else about Ethic, we know he done been caught up in a rapture like Anita Baker. So he needs to understand that. The next question is, can Alani ever forgive Ethic for her daughter's death? Ooh. So this bounces back to the first question where I'm like, Ethic kind of coming hard with the come hard G. Like, he's checking all the boxes. Like, you know, after I got done grieving and healing and Ayana fixed my life, I think I could lay that to rest. I think I could lay that to rest. Especially under the circumstances. Like, it was truly an accident. Now, it would be different even if Ethic was looking for Alani's brother, his name is slipping my mind, and like saw him in a car with the little girl and was like, fuck everybody in the car, the whole block gonna get it. That would have been different. I couldn't do, because you had no regard for who was around you and who they might have been. But he honestly, like, this was just an honest mistake. He did not see the little girl, didn't know she was there, and had he known, he would not have done it. It was just an accident. If you a real OG, I can't do nothing but respect that a father going to handle that. Like, he violated Morgan in the worst way. Like, this went over no money, this went over no street beef. This is one of the 7 deadly sins in my opinion. So, and the poor girl couldn't speak for herself. It was just the worst scenario possible. So dude had it coming, and you know, I guess when you look at that, like, yeah, he deserved it. It's just so happened, you know, that an innocent person was with him that got caught in the crossfire. Then that's unfortunately, that's just what it is. And I could forgive him for that. I could. After Ayana fixed my life, I could. Does love conquer all, or are Alani and Ethic doomed? I don't think they're doomed. I don't know if love necessarily conquers all, but I do think that they have a secret between them that's gonna be a bond, right? Because she can never repeat this to anyone. She wanted to be with him and she never repeated it. Of course, he's not gonna open his mouth. It could be the bond that holds them together. People start relationships over grief. I haven't personally done it, but I've heard people say, I was casually dating so-and-so, but then I had a death in the family, and this person like filled a void during that time where I was grieving, and marriages come out of that, long-lasting relationships come out of that, because grief transforms us. Every time we experience it, we morph. And so I think that sharing a soul during that time, you're kind of morphing with that other body, and they become a part of you. So I think they have an everlasting bond, and I don't think that they're doomed. Why does Ethic choose damaged women? Who damaged? I don't think Alani is damaged. Alani reminded me so much of myself, and Ethic reminded me so much of my boyfriend. She's not damaged. She just didn't have anybody. She didn't have a support system. She didn't have any help. I saw so much of my own life in this. Not having a father, I didn't have brothers and everything. You become so self-dependent, and you know, men are always like, when a man comes around, he fucks things up. And so you kind of, you stay away from them, you keep your head down, you do what you gotta do, you feed your baby, you go to school. Like I said, I was Alani. And then someone like Ethic comes around, and they become an instant problem solver. No excuses, no buts, no I'll see about it. Just this is my problem, even without you asking. Like I said, I could so relate because it was me and my boyfriend. Like, I would just be venting, not looking for anything from him, but whatever it was, he fixed it. And not fixed it a little bit, I mean fixed it, plugged it up so it can never be broken again. Whatever my issue was. And so I can relate to that. And those type of men, those protectors, those fixers, I understand the type of guy. And like I said, they don't look for damaged women. I don't think they look for damaged women. They just look to be needed. They look to be wanted and appreciated. It takes a woman who has gone so much without to see their value. Women who come from, I'm not trying to make a blanket statement, but it's just, and actually I've heard this is what men have told me, but women who come from well-to-do families, always have a father around, it's always flippant, right? Because it's like, I don't need you. You're not life essential for me, because I can do this, that, and the other, and I can call somebody who can do this, that, and the other, and make sure all my problems are fixed, and so they don't feel needed. Yeah, that could be an ego thing. I totally get that argument, but you have to understand where, you know, those type of men, where they're coming from. Is ethic a good or bad man? I don't even know why that's a question. What he did that's bad? I'm gonna skip this one. Is Morgan doomed to repeat the mistakes of her sister, Raven? I guess I gotta read them all to a flame, because I only know from this book what they said about Raven. That's all I know about her. I don't know too much about her. And I remember how Ethic would, you know, tell the story about what happened to her, but I don't know too much of the backdrop, so I guess I gotta read them all to a flame. Whatever. Morgan is a little hard-headed. Morgan is a little sassy. She is a little hot pants. So sis needs to pump some brakes, or not pump her brakes, and Ethic needs to let her fall flat on her face in this cold world and see how it is in these streets, and she'll get it together. Ethic right or wrong for avenging Morgan's rape? Right or wrong? You mean, this is what Ashley Antoinette meant to write. She meant, should we get Ethic Humanitarian of the Year award or Man of the Year award? That's what she meant. Of course you need to avenge a rape. I believe in street justice, and as y'all know, I'm an attorney, and yeah, we can go to court too if you want to, but I believe in street justice. Doing something as horrible as what they did to Morgan, you gotta put that in check. Like, he can't be allowed to do that to other women. I get so happy. I love when black men check other black men for disrespecting black women. Nothing makes me happier. It's like that Flamin' Hot with she can pass shooters from seasons 52. Like, that's all in the same category for me. Is when black men check other black men for disrespecting black women. And since he took it to a daily sin, then the wages he paid for his sin was death. I don't see nothing wrong with that. So that's the discussion questions. You guys know I like to keep my videos pretty short, sweet, and to the point. I can't wait to get into Ethic 2. Go ahead and drop some comments. Let me know y'all thoughts on the discussion. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so we can take this journey together. Talk to you soon.